What's up, people? This is Trey Cam12, and this is Trey's Point of View number 24. And sorry about the mistake I made last week on Trey's Point of View 23. I put the wrong number in the edit, but I went back and I put an annotation on it. But yeah, I'm not going to waste any time. This won't be a very long episode because I'm pretty busy today. So I'm going to give you the results of last night's WWE Night of Champions. Let's start off with the pre-show. It was a #1 contender battle royal. There are too many names here for me to name, but I'll just go ahead and tell you that the winner was Zack Ryder. He won the opportunity to face Antonio Cesaro for the United States Championship later on in the show. Then the show begins with, let me scroll through here. JBL, former WWE Champion JBL, joins Michael Cole on commentary, which whenever I heard that on my pro wrestling chat group on Facebook, I thought that was the most awesome thing in the world. I do wish Jerry Lawler a speedy recovery because coming from Memphis, Jerry Lawler truly is an icon from Memphis. He's one of my wrestling heroes and idols, and no homo, but I love Jerry Lawler. He is awesome. So the match that starts the show is the Fatal 4-Way match for the Intercontinental Championship. You got Rey Mysterio versus Sin Cara versus Cody Rhodes versus The Miz, and after a very, very intense match, it was fast-paced throughout the whole thing. You had 4 of the top WWE superstars right now. You got 3 guys that are definitely the future of WWE, and Rey Mysterio, who's kind of the past, but he's also part of the present of WWE. It was a very high-octane match. I enjoyed it a lot. And the end came when Cody Rhodes goes for the crossroads on Sin Cara, but Miz hits the Skull Crusher finale on Cody for the win. So the winner and still the Intercontinental Champion is The Miz, which I'm not too bummed out about that. I kind of hope that Cody Rhodes would have gotten the title back, but now that I think about it, I think that Cody Rhodes should be World Heavyweight Champion within the next year or so. I'm going to make that my prediction, that Cody Rhodes will be the World Heavyweight Champion by next year. We see Darren Young and Titus O'Neil backstage complaining to Eve that they should have gotten their tag team title match, but instead got beaten by Kane and Daniel Bryan last week on Raw. So, this leads up to the WWE Tag Team title match between Kane and Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston R-Truth, as I like to call them, the Hip Hop Express. From what I hear, from what I'm seeing, sorry, my fault. From what I'm seeing, it was a very good show. I took a bathroom break during that match. I didn't really care much about that match. Yeah, I had some Easy Mac ready. But yeah, but I really missed out because that was a pretty good match. They said it was a decent tag team match. It was a lot better than a lot of tag team matches that we've had lately. And Kane and Daniel Bryan are the winners, and they're the new WWE Tag Team Champions. Me personally, I would put the titles on the Usos because they are a legit tag team. But other than that, I can't really complain. I love Kane. I love Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's one of my favorite in WWE, and he's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So I can't really complain. So new WWE Tag Team Champions. The next match is the WWE United States title match. It is Zack Ryder versus Antonio Cesaro, and Antonio Cesaro was the winner of the match. It was a pretty good match. Cesaro counters the Rough Rider into his, I don't know what you would call that. I've heard it's called the neutralizer, but I don't know. But I heard it was a really good match, back and forth, pretty decent. Which I'm happy that Antonio Cesaro is the United States champion, because I went back and I watched him in other federations that he's previously been in, and he's a very, very good wrestler. And if you haven't seen him wrestle before, you should really check him out. He's really good. Next on the card is Dolph Ziggler versus Randy Orton. That match was great. It was definitely great. Back and forth. Randy Orton won the match, which I don't really agree on because Dolph Ziggler needs the win. Randy Orton really doesn't have anything to gain from beating Dolph Ziggler. He's beaten him plenty of times before, like on Raw, SmackDown, etc. Really, etc. is not even a show. Who knew? But really, I hear Chris laughing in the background. Chris Levi White. Subscribe to him on YouTube. But yeah, it was a very good match. Randy Orton won with the RKO. How the fuck else will he win a match? I mean, really. So, moving on from Randy Orton's shocking win, is the WWE Divas title match, Eve Torres versus Layla. I thought it was Caitlyn versus Layla. Oh, but what we didn't know is that Caitlyn supposedly twisted her ankle while she was backstage. What the fuck? I am so glad that Eve took her place in the first place. But you had this match booked for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then you just scrap it off. Then Eve is in the match. What the fuck? And she won, which I'm very happy about it. She's one of my favorites in WWE. But I mean, like, don't build up a match if in the end you are gonna switch it out for somebody else. That just doesn't make any sense. Hell, for all we know, there could have been some people that actually bought the show just to see Caitlyn versus Layla. And then they'd be SOL, shit out of luck. Because you build a match. And then you just switch out that person for somebody else. I mean, maybe Caitlyn's not ready. Maybe Eve was supposed to win that Divas Battle Royal in the first place. I have no fucking clue. But I'm a little bit upset, but yet I'm also happy because we have a new Divas champion. Anybody is better than Layla, in my opinion, and I don't give a damn who it is. It could be Eric Young for all I care. And I don't. So the next match is the World Heavyweight Championship match. You got Alberto Del Rio versus Sheamus. And I didn't give a fuck who won this match, as long as this feud is over. But in the end, Sheamus won with a brogue kick. A brogue kick. What the hell, WWE? You banned that move. What in the fuck? He won with a banned move. So that means Alberto should be the World Heavyweight Champion. And even then, I still would not be happy. I'm not happy with Sheamus being World Champion. I like Sheamus, sorta. But as World Champion, hell no. Get the title off of him and put it on Ziggler. Anybody else except for Sheamus or Alberto. I don't care if you give it back to Randy Orton. I don't care. At least then I would care about the title. But right now, I don't. I don't think anybody cares about that World Heavyweight Championship anymore. Such a shame, too. Used to have so much prestige. Some of the greatest of all time have worn the World Heavyweight Championship. Now it's just been demoted to second best, which is ridiculous. It's a slap in the face to everybody that's ever been the World Heavyweight Championship or has ever touched that belt before. It is a slap in the face to everybody, which is ridiculous. But moving on to finally the main event, WWE Championship is on the line. John Cena versus CM Punk. It was a damn good match. Cena debuted a new color, pink. When I first found out that it was pink, I laughed my ass off. But then I went back and I changed my tone because I realized that it was for breast cancer awareness. So to anybody that I offended by laughing, I do apologize because I did not know that it was for cancer. If I would have known it was for cancer, I would not have laughed at all. But I just thought it was pretty funny that Cena was going to start wearing pink. I don't know why. I just thought that was funny. Very good match. Cena actually did a lot of moves that he just doesn't do. I missed a lot of the match because I was busy doing stuff. From what I heard, he did suicide dives and all sorts of shit that he just don't do. And I'm like, Cena, you're afraid of heights. Why the fuck would you do those kind of moves? Doesn't make much sense to me. But in the end, John Cena does the Super German suplex off the middle rope, I believe. He does the Super German suplex. He tries to pin Punk. He goes to pin Punk, and he doesn't realize that his shoulder's on the mat as well. So really, it was a draw. And so CM Punk is still the WWE champion. And in the end, he smashed the title on Cena's head. What? 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 I'm not mad that Punk is still the champion. I'm actually pretty happy, but it's how he won. Well, technically, he didn't win. He lost. They both lost the match. I guess it was a draw. A draw. You do not end a match that has been built up for the past month since the 1000th episode of Raw with a draw. You don't do that. That is ridiculous. And I am very pissed off. It was a great match, no doubt about it. But my God. Really? Really? That is fucking ridiculous. A draw. Oh well. Overall, I'd have to give the pay-per-view probably 8 out of 10. It was a very good show, very good wrestling throughout the show, but it was pretty predictable, except for the draw. Other than that, I have really no major complaints. It was a pretty good show. I'm gonna give one more topic, and then I'm gonna end it here. Tara on TNA has turned heel against Miss Tessmacher, the Knockouts champion, and I am fucking ecstatic because that is what needs to happen. That is awesome as hell. I'm fixing to turn on my TV because I'm fixing to watch Monday Night Raw. So this has been Trey's Point of View number 24. I will see you next week on the season finale of Trey's Point of View. It'll be episode number 25 with the debut of Quinn Allen. I hope everybody has a good week. And this is Trey Cam 12. Click that subscribe button up there. Leave your comments. Great thumbs up. Peace out.